Hello guys, today I'm gonna explain to you how to work with one of your individual verbs, which is called intransitive and transitive verbs. There are some phrasal verbs that are called intransitive. Let me show you some examples on my screen. Some phrasal verbs are called intransitive, but there are a great number of verbs, phrasal verbs, that are called transitive. So let's start from intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are verbs that don't need an object after the verb, and you cannot put any verb or any word or any object between the different parts of the verb. So in this case, because we know that phrasal verbs consist of a verb and a preposition, so it means when I say different parts of the verb, it means between a verb and a preposition. We cannot use any word. In this case, he grew up in a city. It's like a place. We cannot put this place in a city between a verb and a preposition. So they go all together. He grew up in a city. The second example, don't wait out there, come in. So we cannot say come the room in. Here is a real object that we cannot put between a verb and a preposition. They again go together, these parts of the phrasal verb, like come and in. Come in. You cannot say come the room in. So I gave you only two examples because, as you know, I gave you some copies apart from your textbooks. And in those copies, you can find Unit 24. It's called Phrasal Verbs, Grammar and Style. There you will find a lot of other examples connected with intransitive verbs. So now let's switch to transitive verbs. In terms of intransitive verbs, I told you there are some phrasal verbs that are intransitive. Then in case of transitive verbs, we have many transitive verbs in English language. So let's see how they work. Transitive verbs, opposite the intransitive verbs, they need a direct object after the verb. Here it's your shoes, and your verb is put on. So you need a direct object after this verb. So you can also put your object between the different parts of the verb, like between a verb put and a preposition on. So it works with both cases compared to your intransitive one. And the third example is how it works with pronouns. So if we we don't say put your shoes on, we just want to say put them on. So you can easily put a pronoun between a verb and a preposition. But you have to be careful not to use the pronoun after the verb. So you cannot use this construction, put on them. The pronoun should always, or I would say must always, must be placed between a verb and a preposition. So it works like this. Put on your shoes, direct object after the verb. Put your shoes on, object between different verb parts, and put them on with pronoun. It works like when you put it between the different parts of the verb, but not after the verb, like it's in the first case. Okay, with pronoun it's different. So that's all for now. as I told you, you have your Unit 24 full of examples and explanations. After reading that explanation, you can go to the back of your paper. In the next page, on the next page, you will find some exercise, and let me show you. You have the exercise here, and please complete your exercise like number 1, 2, and 3. Your number 4 is something different. Just pay attention to 3 of your exercise so that you can practice your knowledge with transitive and intransitive. And in terms of your individual verb, you have to make a list, like 2 pages. Make a list of intransitive verbs. So you show them that I know these verbs are intransitive according to the rules I explained. And another page is a list of transitive verbs. And don't forget, not only showing them, making a list, but also providing their meanings. So you have to also provide the meanings of what these phrasal verbs mean. Thank you for your attention. In my next videos, I will provide you with the rest of the individual verbs and give you instructions on how to work with your individual verbs. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.